Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. This is not your run-of-the-mill regular season game. Instead, it is a top 10 clash, one team hoping to make a giant statement. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Coming out with it, it's Selden. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Line gets set, first down. Using his legs, it's Sampson. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion. Credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Shakes off the defender. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it, and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense. Great in the tackle for a loss on first down.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, and this time facing third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Tennessee. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game of defense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40.
Tennessee, 7. Clemson, 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Complete downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. Going up top on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Sampson.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
On second down, wants to throw. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And the Vols have their offense in high gear. Using his legs, it's Bishop. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go right back to him. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the ball is intercepted. He's at the 50, the 30, at the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Tigers. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Selden. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't...
And that pass picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. They believe they can run right here.
Game of 5. Coming up, 4th down.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Clemson.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Going right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, we're still happy to get the field goal.
He'll bring it out. It's Selden. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Iamaleava. He fires one deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one you know, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Time to take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. The Vols will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. He looks that one in nicely. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Steamrolls his way ahead. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
The back goes in motion. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, the defense obviously went in at halftime. They were trailing on the scoreboard. They needed to make some adjustments, and already they're showing some positive signs. On the very first drive of the second half, they're able to register a sack on 3rd down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
And the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and some
with his receivers. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a grab enough for the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Wants to throw on first down. They're working that left side. There to make the stop, and we played 3 in this one. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to the air one more time. Grab near the marker. It's Selden. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down. The Volunteers want to move quickly. To the air on first down. Now improvising. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Going to try to get it himself. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Takes the handoff, and Sampson brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
The defense will try to hold up one more time. Under 2 minutes to go. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. He's got his man. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Surging forward on the sneak. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Touchdown, Volunteers! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position, too.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Buying some time. The throw. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. He's going up top here late in the game. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. He's going to pass. A shot toward the end zone. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Power football with the run. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Fake the spike, and now he's going to throw it. Dances away. Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. It's one thing to execute early in the game. tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand.